Hello and welcome to episode 36. My name is Stephanie and I'm the creator behind the Crafty Dragonfly. I last filmed over a month ago. Now, I know I told you at the time that I was going to be filming every fortnight. Don't know where these last few weeks have gone. So here we are. It's now the 5th of August, is it? And I'm jumping on here just so I can share some makes with you, finished objects, some works in progress, what's new on my hook, and anything else I can think to share with you. So grab yourselves a drink and a project and we'll get to it. And also thank you if you are a returning subscriber. It's really nice to have you back, and welcome to any new subscribers, and it's lovely to have you here, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's get on with it. First of all, I'm going to show you some finished objects, and I think I've got I've got 4 finished objects, 3 of which I've got here, 1 of which has already been gifted, but as I usually do, I'll put a picture on the screen for that. So the first finished object I'm going to talk about is the garland from Lucy of Attic 24. Now, I've shared this in my last video, and it's gained quite a lot of interest on Instagram as well. I think it's the colourway, and Lucy, as I've said to you before, is so good at putting colours together. So it's not me that's put them together, it's Lucy. The only thing I added was cream, which is what I usually tend to do with any project, just because I like cream, and I just think it balances it out. It's a bit difficult to show you on camera, and I've got it's hung up on my fireplace now, just because it's just so nice to see, and why not when you've put such hard work into it. There's the flower, and it's just basically, it didn't take long at all to put it all together. You just basically chain so many stitches. You decide how many stitches you're going to have between each piece, and there's little leaves, and then you just work out where you want everything to go. And it was just to remind you, Stylecraft Special DK, and it's in the Spring Frost colourway. And that I'm glad it's done, because it, you know, making lots of different little elements does sometimes take a lot longer than you think. Let me see if I can hold that one up. But it's done, and I'm really pleased with it, and as I say, it's taking pride of place, hung up on our fireplace. So that's all I can say about that. It was used, I used a 4mm hook, and it's a free pattern by Lucy of Attic 24. Anything I talk about for any new subscribers, I always leave a link to where I can below this video, and it will just take you straight there. So she's really good, Lucy. I've followed her for a long time. She has a blog that she writes about different things, places she's been, and she takes some fantastic photographs. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. The next couple are from the same brand, same yarn company. Same company. So these are by TOFT. Now TOFT, I have bought quite a few things off them in the past. She now, Kerry Lord, who is the founder of TOFT, It's a British brand company, and she's just a whiz at designing. They've just had their 17th birthday, and on the website I think it runs up till, is it the 17th of August? I can't remember, you'd have to have a look, but she's got a sale on basically to celebrate her birthday, or TOFT's birthday, and there's a free pattern that you can get, so I'll leave a link to it below anyway, and you can go and have a look if you're interested. So these two are, this one is Rosalind the butterfly, so I'll talk about her first. She comes in, you can buy a complete kit from TOFT. Whilst I'm talking, I'll hold it up. Her antennae are a little bit droopy, but she's only very young, so that's my excuse. So they've not quite stood up yet, these little antennae. But it was a real fun make. You join the wings together at the back here. There's a bit of surface crochet here to put the veins in for the wings, and then you've got the safety eyes. Now Kerry doesn't usually, or she's not used safety eyes a lot in her makes. She usually just uses the classic black yarn, but for the odd one or two, she does make safety eyes. So that's Rosalind. Paid for pattern, and as I say, it's in a complete kit that you can get. So if you perhaps know of anybody that's wanting to give crochet a go, I'd highly recommend TOFT. She does a lot of videos as well that accompany, not so much step-by-step video, gosh, I can't speak, not so much step-by-step videos, but more of just certain techniques that you might be a bit unsure of, like, you know, how to attach the legs and things like that. But she is filling up that YouTube channel quite fast with different techniques and things. So the kits come in a cardboard box, which I don't think I've got any to show you at the moment, but it's a complete kit. So as I say, anybody wanting to have a go at crochet, they include the pattern, the stuffing, the hook, so everything is there. You don't need to add anything to it. So they make really good presents, I think, as well, if you wanting to just gift it, or you could make it and put it back in the box and gift it that way, if the person that you're gifting it to doesn't crochet. So that's Rosalind the butterfly, so she's really cute. Oh, and she does come with like a little cocoon, but I've not made that yet. I just wanted to get Rosalind done. The next one is, I love this one. She's got she's brought a range out. In fact, the book, she's written a book on vegetables like these, which is due out in the autumn. I think you can pre-order it. She's just written, just published rather, a flower book. I think I've shown you that already, and so I've got that, and I've obviously working my way through that. But these are broad beans. It's quite a sizable piece actually if you look at it compared to my hand. And oh, they're just so cute. They pop out, so see its little face, and you can just push them back in. They'd be great for kids, but I'm a big kid at heart, so that's why I've got this one. But yeah, it's so lovely. They are really cute. A fairly quick make as well, not that hard to do at all. And I did actually make another one, not in the TOFT yarn. This is using the TOFT yarn, but I did make another one in Stylecraft Special DK, and I've gifted that to my sister Denise. because I was showing her the pattern at the time, and she just said, oh, they are so cute. So I thought I'm going to give it a go with another brand of yarn. It was quite difficult to get the correct sizing, the tension right, and I know you don't need to worry too much about tension when you're making a toy, but so I had to size down. These are made using a 3mm hook. That's Kerry's go-to hook size, is 3mm. So in order to try and get it more or less the same size with using a different yarn, I sized down to a 2.5. So that was a bit tricky, especially in the evening when the light's not great, and let's face it, the light's not great at the moment anyway, is it? So yeah, very, very cute. Really enjoyed making these, and we'll see. I might make some more, but I think two of anything is my limit, to be honest. So yeah, really pleased with that one. The Loaf Cat is the next finished make. Now this is the one that I haven't got with me because I've already gifted it to a friend of mine, Helen. I'll put a picture in on screen of the cat that I made. They are, I've mentioned loaf cats on this channel before. I have actually made one. I'll just grab it actually. That's the one I've shown you before. It's a free pattern by False Bubbles on YouTube. Really quick, and a really, I say really quick, nothing's ever really quick, is it, with crochet? And I'm not the quickest at all, but it's a lovely make. I think you could get it done in an evening, to be honest. So it's a nice, something nice to gift to somebody. And Helen absolutely loved it. I did it in a different colour. I did it in, as you'll see, I think it was an Aran weight. Was it an Aran weight? I think it was. And it was, as I say, there's nothing more to say to it other than to say it's a really quick make, but I'll leave that link anyway below for you to have a look at. Right, moving on to whips. Works in progress is my MAYAN blanket. Now I've slowed down a little bit on this blanket. Now that's only because I've been distracted with TOFT, and I tend to drop down a rabbit hole, as we say in the crochet community, and at the moment I'm in TOFT's rabbit hole, so I'm just enjoying, I'm just going with the flow of things, and if I'm enjoying it, then you know that's all that matters, isn't it, really? So the MAYAN blanket, I have done a little bit on it. I'm not going to show them all because I've shown them before and they are all the same, as you know. I'm making 9 of them. So I've put in, I've had to, yeah, I've got about 3 like this at this point. I don't know what round I'm on there, but you don't really need to know that, do you? That's the next bit. Now, any eagle eyes amongst you would know that I've changed the colour. So here, I've run out of that colour, so I've had to use this one. But I think, to be honest, once I've finished, here's the finished one. I've got it hung up. Can you see? I won't get it down. That's a finished square. So once I've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 rounds to go. I don't think it'll matter too much that's a different colour to that. And I've got about 3 of these to make. So what I'm going to do, once I've bordered it in cream, which is what I've done here, it'll only be that row that's different, you know, with the bobbles. The rest of it, I've got plenty of that yarn left, and obviously some of that's in cream. So once I've put the border on for the cream, I will lay them all out on the table, and I'll make sure that these that have got a different colour, that I've just spaced them out on the blanket, and then I think that will be fine. I don't think it will make a difference, because they've all got that same shade and, you know, same colour process pattern in anyway. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but I don't think it'll matter, to be honest, and it's going to be lovely when it's done, so, and well loved, so that's all that matters. Moving on, I've got, do you remember when I showed you I was making a cushion cover with some of my stash yarn behind me? Doesn't seem to have gone down any, does it really? So I picked some colours out and I made some squares, all in different, well, using more or less the same colour palette. That's what I was looking for, but then just putting them in different squares. And then I've done the same on the back, so 9 squares, and I've started to join them together into a cushion cover, because there's my end. I think when I get to the opening, what I'll do is what I usually do with cushions is I'll crochet to a certain point, so maybe halfway along here, halfway along on the other side, leave an opening so that you can wash the cover, and I've got plenty of buttons, so I'll just sew a button on one side and then just use one of the gaps as the buttonhole, and then I can easily remove it then. So that's, yeah, I'm pleased with that. It's a nice way to use up some stash, so quite happy with that one. I don't know how long I've been going for, 18 minutes, so not too bad then. I've got 2 what's new on my hook to show you. Now, one of them is a really old, I say really, 2021. I'll start with that first. That is, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen it already, is the Woodland Santa that I bought as an advent box one Christmas from Little Box of Crochet when Amanda was running it. It's now owned by another lovely lady whose name I can't remember. So, and I've not finished it. I didn't finish it in 2021. Didn't pick it up last year, and obviously we're now in 2023, and the idea was to get it finished for this Christmas. So, and to be honest, I don't feel too bad, because a couple of people have reached out to me on Instagram and said that they've still not opened their box, and they're hoping to get it done this year. So I was trying to encourage some people to start it, and we could work along together. Now, I know it's only August, but as I say, I'm not the fastest of crocheters, and I don't want to feel that pressure of having to get it finished, or just getting to the point where it's nearly finished but not quite. So I thought I'd start it early and see where I get with it. Now, I haven't done much on it, to be honest. It's I'll show you the pattern. Right, so I'll show you where I'm up to. I'll show you what it looks like first. That would probably help you, wouldn't it? This is the Woodland Santa. You've probably all seen it anyway, to be honest, over the years. And that's the back of him. And it came in a lovely spiral bound pattern book, which is great, because when you're following it, you can lie it flat on the table. So I'm up to doing his coat. That's what Kate starts off with. Kate Eastwood from Just Pootling on Instagram. Yeah, it's very detailed, lots of step-by-step photographs. Now she sells this pattern on Lovecrafts, so I'll leave a link to it in case you're interested. So you can still get the pattern, you just can't get all of the yarn like I did in the advent box. But there is a lot of crochet to do. It's not for the faint-hearted, I have to say, but I'm sure once it's finished, as a lot of people that have finished it have said, that it's certainly worth the effort, and it will become an heirloom, won't it? So it's using Rowan felted tweed, which is this. So it's beautiful. It's got a fleck in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a few different colours. You see, just do it very quickly. And one there. Oops. That one. Have I finished the head? Oh, I have. I finished the head, which is, it's not really a head. It doesn't look like a head at the moment. I've not stuffed it. I tend to do that at the end. This is the head. It looks funny shaped, doesn't it? But I'm sure once it's filled and it's got eyes on and a beard, which is like that, it will look like a head. So I'm doing the coat, the cloak. It's worked just back and front. Excuse me. It's worked back and forth in double crochet, and I'm increasing at the moment, so it's upside down. So there's a right and wrong side, hence my stitch marker. That's to indicate the right side, and then so that you know which row to increase on, which is the right side. And I think I'm up to $41 rows. That doesn't look like 41 rows, does it? But because it's quite thin, the yarn, you won't be able to see that. It won't pick. Oh, yes, picked it up. It is quite a thin yarn, so it seems to be not growing as quick as I would like. And I think you've got to do 92 rows of just increasing back and forth. But it will be worth it. It will be worth it. One thing to mention, and as lovely as this is, and it's got a halo to it, which I'm sure the camera will pick up, it's quite rustic. And when I started using it, can you see the halo on it there? When I started using it, my hands were itching a little bit, and then I'm itching my nose then, and so I'm hoping I can persevere with it and it doesn't get too much where I'm not enjoying making it, because I really do want to get it finished. So that's just a background project for me to be working on. And oh, I've finished one mitten, if that's helpful. Can you see? One little mitten I've finished, and I had a go at a mushroom, a toadstool, whatever you want to say, that's in one of his in his bucket. So I'm itching now. So I'll just keep you updated with that. There probably won't be anything that much that interesting to show you as I'm working along on it, because I think that cloak's going to take quite some time, and I think you do the hood separately. So but I'll just keep going with it anyway, and we'll just see where we end up. So the next thing, what's new on my hook, is new, and this is again by TOFT. I told you I'd gone down a TOFT hole, and I've joined the Conservationists Club. So this one interested me actually quite a bit, and it's about it's a club that Kerry's running quarterly. She has quite a few clubs that she runs, excuse me, a few subscription clubs, and this one, the Conservationist Club, is about extinct or endangered species throughout the world. So you get your yarn, and then you get a little booklet like this. It tells you, this one is called Quagga. I've never heard of a quagga before. It's an extinct member of the Equidae family. I'll pop a picture in because there isn't a picture on this this little booklet. The pattern is downloaded into your TOFT pattern library. So you get a digital pattern basically that you can either print off or you can just leave, you know, for you to have a look online. But this is a little booklet that comes with it. Tells you what is a quagga, and then it gives you a map. Phileas the quagga. She's named him Phileas. So it's really interesting actually to read about it. So I've finished the body. I've not stuffed it because I do that last when everything's done. So there's not really that much to show you, to be honest. It's just, you just put the stripes in, and there's the classic TOFT tummy. I should have perhaps put a bit of stuffing in to show you. Trying to open it up so you can see what the classic TOFT tummy looks like, but I'll have put a picture in anyway. There's the classic TOFT tummy where it sticks out. But yeah, that's it's going to be a really cute make. So I'm just working on that at the moment. I think the next one is in October, so you don't know. I think she releases it a few weeks before what the next one is going to be, so that if you want to carry on with it, you can. If you want to cancel it or pause the subscription, you can. So it's not that you've signed up for it and you have to get it regardless. You can just choose now. And she runs quite a few workshops throughout the year. Some of them, they've been at Kew Gardens this year, and the last one I think was at the Natural History Museum in London. I've yet to go on one, but hopefully one day I'll get there. So that's Phileas the quagga. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And I think lastly, I'll just show you very quickly. I think I've shown this book to you before in one of my episodes. This is the 12 Birds of Christmas, again by Kerry. Look at that on the wreath. They're absolutely gorgeous. Louis the Great Cormorant. Look at that. And this is a 12 Birds of Christmas inspiration from the famous Christmas carol, A Partridge in a Pear Tree. So, and what she's done, Kerry, is she's picked 12 different birds that all symbolise the song. So, I'm showing you this because Gilbert the pheasant, look, there's Gilbert. I just love their little legs, the knees. They're so cute. I'm showing you this because I'm hoping to, how many weeks have we got left? I'm hoping to make some. Now I may get some done, I may get none done. I may get 1 or 2 done that I can put on a little wreath. You know, there's even one, Agnes the heron, look, on one bird on a wreath. So I'm not saying I'm going to make all 12 this year, but they are beautiful. And to be honest, if I did make all 12, I wouldn't be putting them away for the rest of the year. They'd have to stay out. I'd have to make room for them in here. So I'm going to see. Now, point being, the reason why I'm showing this and why I'm talking about it is TOFT yarn is beautiful. It's 100% wool. It's not the cheapest of yarn to work with, and to make all 12 of these birds, it would be quite expensive. So I'm debating at the moment whether I would have, and she does tell you at the beginning of the book what exactly how much you do need and what colours you need to make, there it is, to make all 12. So it is a considered purchase, let's say. So I might ask Father Christmas for that considered purchase, and then I can start them over Christmas and then just carry on with them throughout the year. And I think because they are, even though she's named them as the 12 birds of Christmas, they are just ordinary birds. So Gilbert pheasant, you know, there's nothing Christmassy really about Gilbert. So you could get away with keeping them out all year anyway. So I might do that. That might be my Christmas project. Oh, and I've signed up to my very first TOFT Advent this year. You have to pre-order it. She has so many slots available, and it's a complete surprise. And then you open up, I'm sure you've seen the TOFT Advents. They're a huge thing coming up to Christmas, and you open up a little parcel each day, as you do with an Advent, and you then get exclusive access to a video from Kerry, and she takes you through making the part. And you know, so it's a step-by-step guide, I think, the Advent, because usually they are quite more detailed than anything else that she does throughout the year. So I've got a lot of things to think about, and look at that one with the feet. They're so cute, aren't they? But I do like that, actually, how that's been styled on a twig, 3 twigs with string in between, and they're all hanging down. So I might have to do something like that maybe for next Christmas. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm waffling now. I feel like I've going off on a tangent. I think that's it. I think I've bored you all enough. It's 34 minutes. Hopefully I can edit some of the umming and ahhing out, and you know, anyway, I hope you're all well, and I hope you've managed to get some of your project done whilst you've been sat here listening to me. And take care, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.